Good afternoon, Commissioners. First item is Pledge of Allegiance. Please rise.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Today's invocation is offered by Commissioner Zinner from Harrison Township. Commissioner Zinner?
Thank you, Chair. We bow our heads, please. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you, and please give our board the wisdom we need to make wise decisions for our citizens, and please take your almighty hand and spread it across all of our citizens in Macomb County with your love and protection. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Commissioner Zinner. Item 4 is adoption of the agenda. Can I have a motion?
Mono adopts the agenda.
Support Van Sickle.
Any discussion on that? Please vote.
Motion passes 12-0.
Very good, thank you. I need a motion to approve the legislative town minutes approve items A and B.
So moved by Nard.
Support.
Any discussion on those? A little different this year. All those in favor, please vote.
Motion passes 12-0.
Excellent, thank you. This is public participation. This is the first opportunity for anyone from the public to wish to be heard on any subject on the agenda. You have 3 minutes to speak. At the end of the agenda, there's another public participation. You can speak on any item you wish. Is there anybody here that wishes to be heard under public participation? Anyone under public participation want to be heard? Seeing no one from public participation, we'll close that. Item 7 is proclamations. Can I have a motion to approve items 7A through E, and then we'll go through them individually?
So move.
All right, very good. Item 7A, a proclamation recognizing October 15th, 2023 through October 21st, 2023 Safe Schools Week, offered by Commissioner Nard. Commissioner Mighty, wish to say anything on that?
Just a quick thing. I just wanted to recognize that day because of a resident who lost her son. She couldn't be here today, so that's subject is a little touchy for her. But I just wanted to make sure that we make sure that our children are safe as they go to and from school, as we did have a shooting outside of one of our schools the week after I asked you about this proclamation. So we need to, I just want to make sure that everybody knows that it's very important to see to it that our children are safe to and from school.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Commissioner Nard. Item 7B is a proclamation commending the International Academy of Macomb for being ranked #1 by the state in the U.S. News and World Report. This is offered by Commissioner Perna and Commissioner Grott. You wish to say anything, Commissioner Perna?
Yes.
Please present. Ladies, step up with them. We're glad to have you here today. You make us all proud.
Commissioner Grott's not here, but I think Mr. Van Sickle, you're on here also.
I thought so.
Well, come on up. We have the principal, Dr. Laura Strong, and the coordinator, Joyce. And this award that is being given today is an award that you haven't had for some time. And
Commissioner Wallace.
I need more information on how did all these students qualify for this special award?
Sure. Good afternoon. So the recognition has been given to us by the U.S. News and World Report. They look at various factors in preparing students for college, along with how they perform on assessments.
Wow.
Did Joyce, anything? Come on, man, get you on the spot here.
This is a countywide consortium model, and 19 of our districts participate. Students apply in 8th grade and begin the program in 9th grade, and they stay through their senior year with us.
How many students participate in this?
We average about 500 students across the county. This year, we're right at about 460.
And how are these students selected?
They have an application process, so they have to show a desire, and there's an assessment provided that they have to pass.
Very good. Well, I've got a proclamation here that'd probably take about 3 days to read. But the essence is, they've done an outstanding job for Macomb County and these young students and some athletes that are going to be our future leaders of Macomb County. And on behalf of the Board of Commissioners and 2 other sponsors here, I'd like to give this award. And we're going to top this also. We're going to go to the school and present it to the students that made this award happen. So we're going to work out that date another time. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioners, you want to say anything else?
You've set the bar pretty high. Now, in the future years, you have to keep up to that level.
Yes.
So, good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
No.
Commissioner Sabatini wanted to say something. Commissioner Sabatini, do you want to make some remarks?
I just wanted to say, I know a number of students that have gone to this school that I've coached through Macomb Township Little League. It's obviously in my district with Chippewa Valley, but only great things, and this is just a well-deserved award.
I want to also add that the International Academy is part of what makes Macomb County competitive across the country. Because as companies looking to locate in our area, we brag about our schools and the excellent school systems we have, public and private schools in our county. And we always, the top card on the deck is the International Academy for the diversity of education and the specialized education that they offer. And it's really something we should all take great pride in of what's been turned out through the many leaders you've put out over the time. And I'd like to see an alumni book at some time about all the great leaders that have come through your academy that went on to do even better things. So again, we're just so proud of you, and you're what makes Macomb County great. And we're glad to have you here as part of an excellent education network we have here. So thank you so much. Thank you, commissioners, for presenting this award on our behalf.
Chair, can I say something real
Please,
quick?
absolutely, everybody.
I just wanted to say, of course, congratulations. I have some students from Mount Clemens that have attended as well, and it's a vigorous course. So something that you wouldn't get anywhere else. And during my substitute teaching days, I know Chair Brown and I talk about how I have done everything, but during that time, I was able to substitute teach at your school, and I've never met a group of students that have come in, ready to speak different languages at any given time, ready to take a test, not only take the test, know that the test is timed, and sit and ask me to grade it. They're like, the teacher has had to leave you the key. Please grade it because I know I did better than him. Like, the competition is about education, nothing else. So it was just so nice to see. And everyone worked together. Everyone was ready for the class. They were ready to go. And honestly, I felt like I didn't need to be there because they were teaching me, but just great job. The experience for me as a substitute teacher was really great. So thank you for all that you do.
Thank you very much. These are always the best part of our agendas because we get to hear what's the best about going on in Macomb County. It really is. Item 7C, a proclamation honoring Officer Brendan Fraser for saving the life of a child during a traffic stop. It's offered by Commissioner Nard and Sabatini. Please go ahead and present. Officers, please come up. Your security.
He's the gold badge.
I just wanted to do this honor because when I saw on the news how this man he could have handled that stop anyway because they were speeding, and you could have handled that completely different, but your just instinct kicked in, and I saw the concern and love for human life. And that's what was the only thing on your mind as you were doing that. My sister, she lives in Genesee County. She's a police lieutenant, and she was commending you as well. I just got off the phone with her before I came here, and she wanted to say, congratulations to you for being that way, and she wished she had more officers like you. So they talk a lot of bad things, but I could not let the day go by without bringing out something that good that happened. So we don't, all the officers are not bad. You cannot take the action of one person and put it on everybody. So we do need our officers, and we thank you.
Thank you.
And I could read this proclamation, but it's a lot. And there were some other commissioners that were involved, that Commissioner Lucido, Commissioner Perna, Commissioner Sabatini, Commissioner Don Van Sickle, Commissioner Zinner, and the whole entire board. We thank you. Congratulations
Thank you.
for that.
Officer, would you make some comments?
Thanks for having me. First and foremost, the recognition is much appreciated. It is just part of our job. I read this morning that there was 2 Sterling Heights police officers yesterday who saved a 7-year-old child that was in cardiac arrest prior to an ambulance getting there. So it is part of our day-to-day routine. The recognition is very much appreciated, especially in the hard times that we face today with the constant scrutiny. So like Commissioner Nard said, there are good police officers out there, and this event is just captured as an instant that is part of our day-to-day routine, and fortunately things turned out well for us. And again, I appreciate all the recognition that this has gotten, and this unique recognition with this proclamation today.
Well, we're very honored to have you here and join us today, because you do make us all proud.
Thank you.
And, Men in Blue, we got your back.
We appreciate the support. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Right.
you.
Thank you.
All right. Item 7D is a proclamation congratulating Vincent Joe's Gourmet Market on their 40th anniversary. And it's offered by Commissioner Perna, Commissioner Grott, Commissioner Sabatini. And so they're not here today, but we're going to honor them.
On behalf of Vincent Joe's, they're doing a ribbon cutting ceremony next month, and they couldn't bring the hors d'oeuvres here. So if those commissioners and outsiders want to come to the ribbon cutting ceremony, we'll see you then in the middle of October.
They're my former constituents, so I gave them the Commissioner Grott. So I trust that they'll be in good shape. It's a good place. All right, and then 7E is a proclamation recognizing September 11th through September 17th at Patriot Week. It's offered by Commissioner Van Sinkle and myself. Anything you want to say there?
Yes. Patriot Week has been going on 10 to 15 years now, and it's held every September from the 11th to the 17th. And it focuses on the founding principles of the country and renewing the American spirit. And I'll present this to the Patriot Week people in the next couple days. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. We've got all the recognitions made. There's been a motion made to approve all these. Please vote.
Motion passes 12-0.
Very good, thank you. Our guests are welcome to leave. You don't have to stay for this meeting. It won't be very long, but you may have other things that may be more interesting for you to pay attention to. So, again, thank you very much, and Godspeed.
Be safe, guys.
Okay, item on the radar, appointments. 8A, we have a substance abuse orders oversight policy board. 2-year vacancy. We have one person that's appointed there for the Nancy Buell for a reappointment. Can I have a motion to reappoint that one person, since we only have one person there?
So move.
Support.
Any discussion? All those, please vote on that.
Motion passes 12-0.
Okay. The next is one individual for recovery from a substance disorder or family member impacted by the addiction. You see the list of names there. We have one person to choose from. Andrea will call the roll.
We'll start with Commissioner Haw,
Edie Donovan.
Commissioner Lucido,
Dolores Jones Hoffman.
Commissioner Kraft,
Donovan.
Commissioner Nard,
Donovan,
Commissioner Perna,
Donovan.
Commissioner Romano,
Barsh.
Commissioner Sabatini,
Donovan.
Commissioner Vansickle,
Roach.
Commissioner Wallace,
Donovan.
Commissioner Song,
Jones Hoffman.
Commissioner Zinner,
Donovan.
Chair Brown.
Donovan.
Donovan has a majority of 8 votes.
Very good. Very good. Congratulations to her, and look forward to good service from her in the future.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make the motion to approve.
Please,
I will support.
please vote.
Motion passes 12-0.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you, Commissioner Kraft. Item 8B, Civil Service Commission appointment. We have one vacancy offered by the executive, Michael Shorkey. Need a motion to approve.
Romano approves executive appointment with board concurrence. Michael C. Shorkey.
Okay, is there support?
Support Center.
Please vote.
Motion passes 12-0.
Thank you. Item 8C, Older Adult Commission Advisory Commission, appoint a vacancy in District 1 for a partial term to expire December 31st, 2023 for Tom Matthews. I need a motion to approve.
support Nard.
Any discussion? Please vote.
Motion passes 12-0.
Thank you. I want to say that the appointments to the Substance Abuse Disorder Board, we had many people apply for that position. And what we're seeing this year and in the last couple of years is just a growing number of people interested in serving their county by making applications for these boards. And what's unfortunate is we only have so many slots, but we're getting so many good people applying. And it's a change from the past, is all I'm saying, and it's really refreshing to see, and if we can keep these people in, we got a whole well of people willing to serve and step up to serve our county, and it's good to know, and we're gonna keep them involved somehow, so, anyway. Item 9 is department recommendations. As, for members of the audience and maybe people watching at home, these items that we're gonna go through have been addressed in our committees prior to this meeting and debated, and this is the final approval process. So with that, we'll have item 9A, amend the meeting schedule for October of 23. We have a motion to amend.
So move.
Very good. Any discussion? Please vote. Okay, item 10, internal services, well, record the vote.
Commissioner Sabatini, did yours come up? Thank you. Motion passes 12-0.
Okay, thank you. Item 10, internal services committee recommendations. Can I have a motion to approve items 10A through H?
So moved, Vansickle.
Support Nard.
Any discussion on any of these items? Please vote.
Motion passes 12-0.
Thank you. Item 11 is Health and Human Services Committee recommendations. I need a motion to approve items 11A through E.
So moved by Nard.
Chair, could we separate A?
Yes, yes, we will. All right, so motion to approve items B through E.
So moved by Nard.
Support Wallace.
Okay, please vote.
Motion passes 12-0.
Okay. Okay, 11A, budget amendment, Michigan Economic Development Corporation Capital Projects Fund for $25 million. The no votes will be carried forward for those who voted no in committee if you wish. Anyone wish to be heard on this? Commissioner Sabatini.
Thank you, Chair. I was not present for this committee. I did watch the meeting. I thought maybe someone from that department would be here. I had some questions in regards to this grant. So I know we're receiving $25 million from the state. My question is that based on what the grantee's budget here that's in our packet, we are looking to spend nearly $50 million on this project. I'm not aware of where the local funding is going to come from for the $50 million. In the meeting, I didn't hear anything about that either. That's really what my question is, quite honestly. And in regards to this actual motion today, Chair, are we just accepting the $25 million, or are we approving?
We're accepting the $25 million. The projects in the committee were going to be coming to us. You know, they got a variety of projects across the county they're going to use that money for.
Okay, so basically,
And it's not a match.
It's not a match.
It's not a match.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Sabatini. Any other speakers on this?
Mr. Chair,
Commissioner, yes.
if this is becoming a project and it hasn't been brought to the finance chair, then what are we to expect here? I mean, if there hasn't been an explanation.
Well, we accepted a $25 million grant,
Yes,
no match from the state, that they're going to use for the health department in a variety of buildings across the county, as they told us during their report. And they'll be bringing them forward, using that funding to do that.
well, Commissioner Sabatini said what did you say that cost, the expected cost would be?
Well, that's anticipated, but there's no plan. It's going to be spread around, various buildings as they come along, but it's not a match, so they'll bring them forward and we'll have to address them.
I didn't think his explanation was very good.
Yeah.
He really didn't say much of anything.
Well, they're going to,
Chair, if I may, just
Please.
quickly, I'm going to support the $25 million grant to receive the funds here today, obviously. My questions are in just regards to, the total budget is $70 million, assuming that's what it is. So there's a shortfall that has to come from general fund dollars that I have not been aware of. I don't know what the plan is, and that's really what my question was regarding.
they're
So I just want to be clear what we're voting on here today.
we're accepting the grant, holding it there, but we're not approving a project or any budget to do anything beyond that at this time. We'll make a note and we'll send it to FNO, make sure that they can follow up with that when the time is appropriate. All right, any other speakers? Please call a vote. On 11A.
Motion passes 12-0.
Very good, thank you. Item 12 is Government Oversight Committee recommendations. Can I have a motion to approve item A?
So move.
Support.
Any discussion on that item? Seeing none, please call the vote.
Motion passes 12-0.
Thank you. Item 13 is Public Services Committee recommendations. Need a motion to approve items 13A through O.
Support Nard.
Any discussion on any of these items? Don't see any. Please vote.
Motion passes 12-0.
Item 14 is the Finance, Audit, and Budget Committee recommendations. Need a motion to approve items 14A and through C.
So moved by Nard.
Erna, second.
Any discussion on these items? Don't see any. Please vote.
Motion passes 12-0.
Thank you. Item 15, Public Records, Public Safety Committee recommendations. Needed a motion that approves items 15A through F.
Motion to approve.
Support Nard.
Any discussion on any of these items? Seeing none, please vote.
Motion passes 12-0.
Thank you. Item 16, 16A, Ordinance 2023-03 for FY 2024 September year-end funds budget appropriation ordinance.
So moved by Nard.
Discussion on this. Please vote.
Motion passes 12-0.
Okay. Item 17 is resolutions. 17A, Resolution 2023-11016, in support of Michigan Department of Transportation, MDOT Transportation Alternative Program or TAP grant for Jefferson Pathways in Chesterfield Township. I need a motion to adopt.
Support Nard.
Any discussion on this item? Seeing none, please vote.
Motion passes 12-0.
Thank you. Item 17B, Resolution 2023-10988, a resolution to renew the monthly E911 service charge of 42 cents a month per device. It's in your packet.
You need a motion to adopt?
Yes, please.
You have it.
Support Lucido.
Okay. To answer, Commissioner, there was a question the other day about whether it commits us or not. The word in there is may, so the board may or may not at that time, but it's the intention of this board based on the resolution, so, but
Thank you, Chair.
it's may. Thank you. All right, any discussion on this item? Let's see. See, I don't believe there are anybody questions. Please vote.
We spent an hour and a half debating it the other night.
Well,
Just yesterday.
that hasn't stopped anyone before.
Motion passes 9-3. Commissioners Kraft, Sabatini, and Zinner voting no.
Okay, thank you. All right, item 18A, board update, monthly update. Chief of Staff.
Good afternoon. I have a little bit longer list for you this month. First, a couple recaps. The Tri-County Summit was held on September 8th. We had the highest attendance at that since we started it 3 years ago. Thank you to the commissioners that attended. We had the highest turnout of all 3 county boards with almost all of our commissioners there, so that was great. An outcome of the summit was the creation of the Tri-County Behavioral Task Force. So Chair Brown will be reaching out for members as they work to put that together. Next year's summit will be back in Macomb County, so we'll start planning that soon, and we will target a pre-budget season date again, hopefully the end of September, but we will keep you guys updated with that date and location when we have those plans. Also, we held our first individual outreach event with the commissioner. We had Commissioner Van Sickle's bike ride last Saturday, and we were able to partner with Macomb Bike, and also would like to thank the executive's office for sending the health department. They were there with a table full of safety information that was specifically for bike riding. If you have an idea for a similar event you'd like to do in your district, please let me know and we can get staff assigned to start helping you work on that. Next, I have a couple ongoing matters. The broadband study, that survey is still out there, so we continue to ask you to please share that information, maybe ask your local community officials to share it. We do have the yard signs up front if anyone's interested in taking one of those. Kyle is our staff support. He attends the weekly update meetings on that, so if you wanted more specific information, he can help you with that. The guidebook, I believe you've all had an opportunity to take some boxes of our guidebooks. There are additional boxes in the basement garage if you'd like them, and we can continue to label them for you if you'd like. Mary did such a great job updating the information and Huntry with the design that we have received nothing but positive feedback, and we are almost running out. So we're gonna put in another half order of those since they have been so well received. What we have upcoming, the Veteran of the Year. So we will start taking nominations for that. We have everything put together. You'll see the slider on our homepage by the end of the week. The email will go out. You'll see the social posts. We're going to accept nominations through October 27th so that that can be awarded at the meeting. I think it's the day before Veterans Day this year. The County Senior Fun Fest is next Friday, the 29th, from 9 to 12 at the Lorenzo Cultural Center. We do have a board office table at that again this year. Laura and Rolla will be there for us, and all of you are welcome to attend the entire event or at any portion if you'd like to stop by. And then also next Friday in the afternoon is our next Older Adult Advisory Committee meeting. That one will be held at the Shelby Township Senior Center, and CMH is presenting. Throughout this past term, the older adult members have heard from a lot of agencies and county departments that impact seniors. So at this next meeting, they're going to consider a recommendation that will be brought forward to this board to ensure that the seniors' needs are met so as you consider the 2024 budget. They will not be meeting in October because we will be busy with budget season here, and their last meeting is in November. Their current terms do end in December, so you will all be asked to appoint or reappoint members at the end of this year. So we will be reaching out to you in November to get those appointments from you. The deadline will be November 29th so that that can go to our December meeting. Adriana is our key coordinator for that committee, so she can always help you if you have detailed questions on that. I also wanted to take a few minutes to talk about the upcoming budget process. I think it's always a helpful reminder to returning commissioners, and the new commissioners are probably a little curious on the process. The board will receive the recommended budget from the executive's office by the end of September, so we'll see that sometime next week. It'll be posted on the agenda for the following week and sent out to you. They will officially present it at the finance meeting on October 5th. And then the individual department budget reviews start, and we have meetings throughout October and November for those. That schedule is posted online, and then the agendas will show which departments are where as they become available. As the reviews are taking place, Kyle is compiling budget amendments. So if you have any ideas for budget amendments at any time throughout the process, you can see him and he can help you with that. He continues to compile that through until we're done with all the department reviews. And then the finance audit budget meeting on November 20th is where we have scheduled for you to vote individually on each of those amendments. And then the amendments that pass will be rolled into the final budget and appropriations ordinance that we expect to be voted on November 27th. Kyle can also help you with anything else along the way. Feel free to stop in and see him before or after a meeting, or set up a meeting time with him, or call him if you need help just going through an individual budget, or you just have any questions overall. He also tracks all the questions that are asked of the departments at the meetings and follows up with them. And when we receive those answers, they get put on an upcoming meeting as a receive and file. Since that part was a little more than an update, are there any questions on the budget part before I move on?
Don't see any.
Okay, and then just a couple reminders. Most commissioners are having us send our full board meetings to their local cable stations. If you are not yet having us do that, you can let Luke know if you are interested. He can create either an intro video that he can send, or just a slide with your picture and contact information. And then he puts that together, and Rolla uses her media connections to send those to the local cable stations. And just a reminder that Student Government Day essay ideas are due by the end of the day tomorrow. We want to start promoting that for this upcoming school year, and we're looking for essay ideas. So please let one of us know today if you have something in mind, or you can respond to Laura's email by tomorrow.
Great. Thank you, Crystal. Any other questions? Very good. We'll close that and go to public participation. Is there anyone from the public wish to be heard?
Did we do a receive and file on that?
Motion
No,
to receive
no, we
and
didn't,
file.
yeah.
Support?
Please vote.
Motion passes 12-0.
Good, thank you. Public participation. Is anyone from the public wish to be heard on any subject? Anyone from the public have anything they wish to say? Please come up forward, ma'am. Good afternoon. You have 3 minutes. About anything you like.
Thank you. My name is Lori Harris. I'm a resident of Warren. And I want to bring to your attention, I was aware of Miss Nard speaking at a church service last Sunday and promoting her candidacy, which is not appropriate for a tax-exempt entity. And also said that she's hoping to get this church $365,000 for what they're doing in the community. I am aware of other information that I did send in an email to Mr. Brown. I have been contacted today by the police that I shouldn't be talking, and this is free speech. These things are true. This is right. And I just want to encourage this commission that things don't always look the way that you think they look, and don't be given a whole bunch of money if you haven't been able to validate that these are significant and transparent organizations. And as a kind of a, one of the things I contacted the health department about is that there are people living in a frame covered with tarps on the property. That is not legal. That is not okay by health department standards. And these things make a difference in our communities. And I'm not going to be silenced. I'm sorry that I'm sorry that this is an issue, and you notice I haven't said the name of the facility, but I'm going to let you know. And Mr. Brown, I didn't get a reply that you got my email, but I did send you all the information. I know you can't reply right now.
I can't speak to you right now through the process. I'll talk to you afterwards, though.
So I wanted to bring that to this commission, and I want to encourage anyone that's running for office to be careful where you're speaking and what you're promoting, because you have a responsibility, Ms. Nard, not to be using
You have
other
30
places
seconds.
as a campaign stop. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wish to be heard under public participation? Anyone else from the public wish to be heard under public participation? One more time. Anyone from the public? Seeing no one, we'll go to commissioner comments. All right. Mr. Wallace.
Okay, sorry. I still am not going to keep my mic on. But thank you, Chair. I wanted to just give you guys two updates. One, there seems to be, I know there's a lot of scams going around. A few students at Mount Clemens High School have been scammed. So if you have any relationship with principals or superintendents in your district, please reach out to them, let them know what's going on. In this instance, someone reached out to a few athletes telling them how they recognize them and how great they're doing, and they wanted to do pictures or something like that, and it led to a big scam, and parents' accounts, bank accounts getting frozen. It ended up way bigger than we thought it would be, but something to look out for in your district. Secondly, I met Commissioner Miller at Shadyside Park in Mount Clemens, where her team were cleaning. And when I pulled up, they were pulling out a 40-foot tree out of the Clinton River right under the bridge. So I just wanted to say that, of course, I did not get in the water or help or anything like that. But I was there and I was close and I took a picture in front of the tree. But the work that she's doing is so important, because as soon as they pulled that tree up, you could see the water flowing instantly, so much better. So I just wanted to say that, like, if she's in your area cleaning, I know she's already done 6 cleanups already, and I know she's finishing up. So if she happens to be in your district, maybe call and see. You can stop by and see what they're doing, but I think they're on like 60 tons of cleanup so far. So amazing work that she's doing, and I'm glad I was able to be there and watch. Next time I'll help. Thank you. That's it, Chair.
Thank you. We funded that. Very good. Commissioner Nard.
Yes, okay. First off, I just wanted to let everybody know that today is childhood cancer. They're recognizing the childhood cancer. As everybody may know, I lost my son at 6 years old from neuroblastoma. And it was one of the worst days in my life. I was only 17 to get a diagnosis that my child had cancer. And they gave him 6 months, but he lived 3 years after that. And I want everybody to be conscious of that, and if you can donate to those organizations, is very, very beneficial. I also wanted to recognize that today is International Day of Peace. And I was watching a film from the United States Attorney General, and he was speaking about peace worldwide, you know, and all the different nationalities and nations. But I want everybody to remember our nation, because if we don't have peace at home, it's hard to have peace anywhere else. And I'm one that believes in taking care of home first. So I want us to all remember to do things to always keep the peace. I want everybody also, all the commissioners here today and anybody in the audience, to know that whenever I'm out doing anything for anybody, I know what I need to say and what I need to do, and I'm always above board in whatever I do. And the day that the person was speaking of, I had just did the committal service for my son-in-law, just had buried him, and then I was asked to present them with an award, and the pastor brought up some things, and I said, yes, we're going to try to help you out. So this is what the person's talking about. But just know that whenever I'm out doing anything and I'm representing this board, I'm going to be above board, and I'm going to do what's necessary to make sure that we look good in this county and in my city. Also, the young people that you see standing there is the brothers and sisters of the young man that was hurt, and who I was presenting this proclamation to. His name is Christian. Hold up his picture so they can put a face to him. And this happened in March, and he was supposed to graduate that June. His mom left out of the room, so it's a very difficult subject for her. But the kids wanted to come and let you put a face on the name of the person that we presented that award to.
Thank you, Commissioner Nard.
Thank you. Yep.
Commissioner Perna.
To you, Chair Brown, a question on the budget process. Is there a certain month that we selected to do our budget? It seems to be October, November. Can it be done any earlier? I only bring that up because an adjacent county today just approved their budget for 2024. So obviously they must have started in May or June. Is there a magic month that we promote our budget process, or do we need to get under the gun at?
Our budget comes when the executive submits the budget to us, so their timing is, we've asked them, it's whenever the executive's office sends us the budget, and I think the charter requires them a certain date. I think it's the date that's September, so we're right on target with what we've done, so it's.
So the county exec will submit his budget, and that's when we start doing our budget?
Yes. We can't do it until we receive it.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else? Seeing none, I need a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Support.
How about
All in
public
favor, say aye.
participation?
Oh, please, please vote. I had a meeting before that we didn't have the old style
Had the
going
old
on.
style.
Thank you very much.